Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to my channel, Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today, we're doing an overview of Scorpio season. Now, Scorpio season will be from October 22nd through and until November 21st. Now, I'm going to give you some of the planetary movements, when the moon is, full moon, things like that. Now, also, too, during this time, I'm going to be using my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle deck. I do have my other two Redley Valentine decks available in case I feel moved to use that also. Either one of those, my Angel Tarot or my Archangel Power Tarot cards. I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. Remember, this is a general overview. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? Now I have something here. We've got a surprise, and let's see if this will work. Wrong one. Here we go. I have a second camera. I was able to get the overhead so that I will be able to do this. Now, I don't know that you'll be able to see me shuffling as much, but you will be able to see the cards. Now, I am an intuitive channeler, so I open myself up to higher power. Whatever the message is that comes through, it just comes through. Remember, reversed cards have a little stronger energy. That's how I read them. Now, let's go through this. As we left off, or as we leave off of Libra season and we enter into Scorpio season, we will have 4 planets direct. Now, I have my little notes right over here. So we will have Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. Now remember, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto are in Capricorn right now. And so things, Capricorn wants to get down to business. And with these going direct, it's going to be a little bit more serious. It's not necessarily going to be as, I don't want to say chaotic, but it's going to be more focused type of energy. We do have Venus in Virgo, and Virgo wants to smooth things out a little bit. Now, we also have 4 planets retrograde. Now, we have Mercury went retrograde on the 13th of October in Scorpio. And remember, that's the secret one. That's, Scorpio does not like secrets. And in fact, Scorpio will be pulling those secrets out. But again, Mercury retrograde to me is also a time where there is karmic almost release and relief, okay? Now we have Mars. That is still retrograde, and that will, that is in Aries. So there's a little bit of a fighting spirit with Mars in Aries. And then we have Uranus and Neptune, okay? So Uranus is kind of like that, let's keep things interesting. Neptune is very mysterious, and it's kind of a little bit on that emotional side too. Now, on the 22nd of October, Scorpio season arrives at 1900 Eastern Standard Time. So all the times will be Eastern Standard Time. That will be 7 p.m. Scorpio is known to be very sensuous, very secretive, but at the same time, because it is with Mercury being retrograde, the secrets have to come out. Remember, Mercury rules communication. Secrets have to come out. Scorpio doesn't like the baloney. Scorpio doesn't like, it's like, hey, you're not taking from my time. We're gonna clear all of this out. Now, let's see if we can get an overview. And I don't know, you're not going to be able to see me shuffling because of where my camera is, but you will be able to see the cards. Let's see if we can get just a general overview of what to expect with Scorpio season. So here we go. Yeah, there you go. You can see my hands. And here we go. 1, 2, and 3. We'll put these, we're going to be using them again anyway. So here we go, and let's see what we have. First card, suffering in silence. So basically, Scorpio, a couple of things. Scorpio saying, okay, life's not necessarily going to get that much easier, but we have to buck up. We have to buck up, Buttercup. And, because we will get through it. Now, this is how we're entering into Scorpio season, okay? So it's like buck up get on your big kids or your big kids, boys, girl panties, whatever you want to call it, and just get down to business. Now, the next card is because it will work out. Things will get better. There is victory and success. So now we have 9. 9 in itself, you remember 9, you can see that, yes. 9s have some sort of an ending. So Scorpio is saying we might be starting this way, but it is going to, we're going to end with some celebration. We're going to end, Scorpio season with victory and success. Things are going to lighten up and we'll be, blowing our horns. Our last card here, deception and envy. Now, with the sevens have that divine number, that sevens have that divine energy where it's kind of like there's things that, going on behind those scenes that we don't really have the, we're not necessarily totally aware. We might have some feelings of it, but this is, with deception and envy, there is things, again, I think this kind of relates to those secrets, whatever those secrets are. And, that's where the deception is. Envy, well, let's see what else we might have with the envy part. Okay. So now we have that. We've got our overlay. We know what's happening on the 22nd. Now, put these back in. Anyway, on the 27th, Mercury is still retrograde. Okay, Mercury is still retrograde. However, it's traveling into Libra. Now, Libra, it will go into Libra at 9:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's when Venus transitions from Virgo into Libra also. And that will be at 9:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, we're still with that communication. We're still with that karmic resolution. But the thing that's happening with Libra, now Mercury going into Libra, and remember, Scorpio's been bringing out those secrets. So around the 27th, going forward a little bit, I would anticipate that there will be some type of an emotional justice. Now, it's one of those things that's like, whoa, what? The secrets come out, but it will be high emotion. There will be high emotion as things start to, because Libra, I told you October would have a lot of imbalance. Well, Libra's trying to get things back into some sort of a balance. Now, we're in Scorpio season, secrets, and now what happens when the secrets come out? Well, they have to, Libra's trying to get things back to, well, I shouldn't say back. They're trying to bring things to a balance. If the secrets have been good, it's going to be all good. But if the secrets have been bad, expect that justice, but expect a really strong emotional outpouring with that. Okay, so that's around the 27th. Now, on the 31st, let's go see what happens. What do we need to know when Mercury goes into a Libra and also Venus goes into Libra? Well, those cards just got all messy, didn't they? But we have 2. Let me cut for a third and see what we might have. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we have now. This one, Memories of Love, and that's going to be good because that's going to be kind of this remembrance. That's going to be our Libra with Virgo. Our Libra with Venus. The crown chakra, remember, now that one was reversed. So we have a 7 again. That has that divine energy. The chakras, remember, from the heart and up is your divine. And the closer it gets up, it does go to the divine. And then from the heart down is more your natural. So it's kind of like natural going down, supernatural going up. Now, we also have, we have that 7, we have that connection. So there is a divine energy here. There is a divine manipulation. I'm getting a divine manipulation going on at this time also. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, that was Okay, so here we have another 7, and we have, so there's again this very strong and the, very strong divine type of energy, and the divine, that's, that could be higher power, guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine, the universal divine, your archangels. But here we have patience, so we're saying, as things change, as this emotional justice comes out, have patience, because this is all, things are moving now. Things will be moving. Now, let's go on. And what we're going to do, and this is weird because I looked at the bottom, we had shadow. So shadow is when things aren't quite revealed, and that is one thing for Scorpio. Scorpio likes the shadows. Now, on the 31st, okay, remember the 27th, we're entering towards that full moon. That full moon is going to be on the 31st in Taurus, 10:49 a.m. Eastern time. And this is going to be really strong full moon because Taurus in itself is very direct, very let's get things done. But it's also, there's some things going on. So Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn, which are now direct, and they want to get down to business. They want to get down to business. So, it's taking that energy and it's amplifying it. However, there's also Uranus, which is retrograde. And Uranus with Taurus is just expect the unexpected. Expect the unexpected. So that full moon is going to be really strong. And I'm not really sure what we can expect from that full moon. Now, remember, new moon, which is on the 16th of October, to the full moon, which is on the 31st, and this is going to be the second full moon in October, and they call that the blue moon. So, but this is a really strong full moon. And as we get to this full moon, this is where the veil between that supernatural and natural gets thinner and thinner and thinner. I would tell you what they call it, but I can never pronounce it. Soween, I think. There's different pronunciations. And actually, I do have something that has that. I'll post that. Anyway, very strong, very powerful, very, very, and again, with the cards that we were getting down here, very divine energy or supernatural energy, however you want. I'm just giving you what my words are. You can interpret them as you will. Now, let's pull a couple of cards here for the full moon. Again, remember, this is where the veil, that separation, is extremely, extremely thin. So here we go. Some people celebrate, and I shouldn't say celebrate, some people honor it on the 31st. Some people honor it then on the 1st of November also. So here we go. Let's see what we have for the full moon on the 31st. Here we are. So the waiting game. So we have a 2. 2 has some crossroads. So there's some things that are happening. But, some of it could be that we just don't see it. Some of it could be that, hey, things are in action, but now, things are unfolding for us. So let's see now. Here we go. Patience again. So the waiting game, patience. And our last card, universe. So there's a global, something very big going on this full moon. Again, what I was saying, expect the unexpected, very powerful, trying to get down to business. But again, there is a very strong supernatural overlay with this full moon, okay? So anyway, now, and it's, too, we have, with Mercury, retrograde, that's communication, but also the universal karma that I talked to you about. So there's a lot going on. Now, anyway, November 3rd, which in the United States is going to be very, very interesting. Mercury is going direct at 12:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will stay in Libra. Okay, now that card just fell out. So, now it's trying, again, remember there's that emotional justice. There's that emotional, like, hey, we got to get things back. We have to get things into I don't want to say back into control because when I told you that there would be a new normal, I wasn't talking about the things that we thought, that was going on. It's just like, this is like explosive. This is very clearing. It's not necessarily comfortable. But, so that was retrograde. So we still have a shadow of retrograde. Shadows do last about 2 weeks after this goes. So we still have that emotional balance, but going forward, Libra's trying to regain, or trying to get in control, and it is trying to regain balance. Now, it's not trying to regain what it had. It's creating a new balance. Okay, so it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting. So let's see what we have here. Now, we had that one. We're going to cut. No, we're not going to cut. I guess we're not going to cut. So we're going to go 2. Here we go. 2 cards. Here we go. Let's see what we have. Okay, the heart chakra. So there's going to be a lot of emotion going on. Remember, I told you there's going to be the emotional balance, the emotional, what did I tell you about when it goes there? The emotional justice. So there's going to still be a lot, but the 4 brings about stability. So there is some stabilizing energy here. Our next card here, now that would have been reversed, but I flipped it this way. Sacrifice. Now, the thing about this card, though, that I do like, there is a couple things. The 10 and the 2, so it's a 12. 10 and 2 transition to some decisions to be made. But at the same time, sacrifice in itself is, if you look, she's in this dirty, mucky water down here, but yet she's pristine. And not only is she pristine, she has her hands up in prayer or in, supplication, or she's just reaching out. There is a beautiful sky and there is a rainbow, okay? And rainbows have a sense of promise for the future. So it's kind of saying, around this time that a lot of the sacrifices, I'm feeling, that a lot of the sacrifices, I'm not saying that again, it's this emotional justice, it's this regaining, it's creating a balance, and things will, it could be that some of the sacrifices that all of us have been through could be, I don't know, could be worthwhile. I don't know that we really want to even say it that way. But again, I think you see what I'm saying. So let's hope that. Let's hope that, it's like, that it is that. Let's hope that it is that the sacrifices we've gone through brings us a good outcome. How's that? Okay. This card, now we'll flip it this way. Here we go, but this is reversed again. Third eye chakra. Now, again, there are the chakras. There are 7 chakras, and the third eye is the one that receives. The third eye is the one that brings in. Now, remember, we talked about the crown, and that goes up and down. That's going to your divine. But the third eye is again too, and we still have a little bit of that full moon energy. Remember, because this is the third. And so that there will be a lot of intuition, a lot of receiving, the third eye receives the message. The third eye receives, and also with that receiving of the message, there will be the start of understanding. Okay? Okay, anyway. Whew. Now, but remember, there is a 2-week shadow, and here, let me show you how I put my cards back. We'll put them in there, there. Okay, on the 10th of November, Mercury enters into Scorpio. It is now direct. So remember what Mercury retrograde was like, when it was in Scorpio. So more things come out, but it's a little bit more in your face, okay? So, whereas the other one was a little bit more shocking, this one's more in your face, deal with it type of energy. And then on the 14th of November, Mars will go direct in Aries. Now, it's been retro in Aries. So again, that goes along with that Scorpio where it's in, it's in your face. It's in your face forthcoming. Okay? Now, let's go on to the 15th. The 15th, we have a new moon. It is it's at 7 minutes after midnight a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it will be in Scorpio. And Scorpio wanted the attention. Scorpio's kind of ticked that didn't get the attention that it needed. It came in and it was like, no, we need to work, we need to get things done, get those secrets out. And now it's all about Scorpio. So this actually, I feel like this actually could be a really positive new moon. Even though Scorpio does have a darkness to it, Scorpio does have a lot of, I don't want to say that Scorpio does have a lot of endings and beginnings, even though it's not at the end of the astrological sign. But there is some, there is the darkness, and then with the darkness comes the light. Okay, so now let's go on. Oops, that one wanted to come. Okay, now remember, full moon to new moon is when you release, and new moon is then when you request again. Anyway, let's go on. Here we go. So with the new moon in Scorpio, it could be, let's just get done with all of this, and let's now, even though we don't necessarily know where we're going, even though things aren't necessarily, revealed to us in that manner, it's, it's one of those things, and I don't ever say it can't get worse, because really it can, but at this time, it's like, I do feel like it's saying, well, we've gone through a really bad time, so now, let's just keep moving forward. Anyway, so the new moon will be around, so again, here, let's turn that, it's reversed. Fives have some stressors, some changes. There has been, I feel like we're like a ring, like a washcloth that's been wrung out. Okay, here we are here. This is 15, so then we have that 555 type of energy. We have the 5 plus temptation. This is when we start to think just about ourselves and what is it that we want. So there, again, I feel that wrung out washcloth type of energy. And we do have to watch that we don't necessarily bring the focus into I'm not saying that you don't take care of yourself, because that is one of the things you need to do, but it's where we don't take care of our base needs. Okay? Now, our last card here, again, we have the heart chakra. So there is going to be an emotional time around that new moon. I do think that, I do feel like the new moon, though, as we get to that new moon, that it's going to be kind of like, we face the darkness, now we're ready for the light. Okay. Now, on the 21st of November, the sun enters Sagittarius, or Sagittarius season begins at 3:40 p.m. The nice thing about this is that all but 2 planets are still retrograde. Okay? So all but 2 planets are now direct. How's that? So everything's going direct. Things are kind of, we do need a little bit of the balance with the retrograde. That does provide some of that balance. Otherwise, things are very needled, very much, really, really focused and pushing us forward. But Uranus will be retrograde all of November. And then Neptune will go direct the 29th. Okay? So, that's kind of a little mysterious type of energy. So, and then we will have a full moon in Gemini on the 30th of November. Okay, so let's go on one more time. You know what? I feel like I want to do my Archangel Power Tarot cards, Radley Valentine. Let's see. Any kind of words. Can we have some good stuff for our Scorpio season? What do we need to know? What could be happening with our Scorpio season? What's the good message? What's the message from our archangels? Okay. So, we'll go there. So there's some choices happening, emotional choices. And I think that's what they're saying. What it's saying is that, a lot of this, again, like I said, emotional justice with Libra. Okay, let's see. Now, these 2 are not reversed. This one is. Here we go. The 2 of Raphael. So again, 2s have that crossroads, that decisions. Raphael, water energy. It is very, it is Scorpio energy. It's also, Pisces and Cancer too. There's some decisions to have. Do we go into the emotional? Do we allow ourselves to be pulled and ruled by our emotions? Or do we, how is this going to work out? What are we going to do with this? But at the same time, there is going to be so much of this supernatural energy going on, especially around the turn of the month from October to November, that, it's not just going to be us. It's not just going to be us. There's going to be a really strong divine energy. Again, what did I say? Basically from I would even say a little bit before the 27th, actually, I think that Scorpio season, it's kind of like the divine is getting us through October, but then it will be continuing, a good portion of November too. So 2 hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. So I think that the message here is don't give up. Things will be moving. Okay, your next card here, the 7 of Michael. Now, Michael is air energy. Remember, that is, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra season, thought processes. It has that 7 energy again, so it's kind of it's kind of taken out of our hands. And this is things will get better. Don't give up. Things are coming better, okay? Now, there is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. So again, reach out, review all the details. And our last card, drum roll, the Empress. And you know how much I love the Empress. Now this is Archangel Gabriel. So, we may need to watch what we're saying because Archangel Gabriel is the divine messenger. I mean, he's the one, gives you the word, gives you the truth, So, but the Empress in itself, the Empress always reminds me of the beautiful universe and the universe giving back, to us the things we need. Now, I think of the Empress as more than we've heard of Mother Nature, but this is bigger. This is bigger. So the Empress talks about time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded, luxurious or abundant resources. So it's kind of saying, 2 hearts, don't give up. Things are going to get better. And actually the universe, I don't know. I don't want to say the universe is going to right itself because it's more a case of I do feel that there's going to be a blossoming and I'm very optimistic though because we always have to have hope. We always have to. And that's the thing, and I think that's why you're with me and I'm with you is because we help to, our hope, our positive thoughts, our positive words help to balance out a lot of the negativity. Okay, so that's why we always have to be the light. We have to shine. Okay, so Scorpio season's going to be interesting. I did feel that October part was going to be the one that really was, I felt that was the more unstable energy. This could be Scorpio just trying to kind of right the table. I felt like October was, when you see the person that takes the tablecloth with the beautifully set table and then rips the tablecloth underneath. And I felt like, and the person may not necessarily be that skilled, so things kind of go toppling. I felt like Scorpio was where things were being put back to a better position. Anyway, let me know how you like this, because then when I do my longer readings, which I will be getting out, we will not be going back to this, though a lot of this will be affecting us. Anyway, to all of you, my wonderful, wonderful friends, I want to thank you. Remember the button. Yes, I love that I got that button there. Anyway, remember the button. Please like, please share, please subscribe. It really does help, and I thank you all. As always, know that you are loved. Stay safe and be blessed. Bye-bye. And there's the button.